Have you ever really wondered how modern digital companies are actually built? It's not just about having one great idea, it's really about having a solid structure underneath it all. So today, we're going to break down how you can think about pretty much any digital business using two incredibly powerful frameworks, a high-level blueprint and then the detailed building blocks. Let's dive in.
We are living through a massive digital transformation, right? The pace of change just keeps getting faster and faster. And right now, at the very heart of it all, is the rise of artificial intelligence. It's changing, everything, from how we work to how entire businesses operate.
And this brings up a really personal question, one for all of us. This isn't just some abstract business trend happening out there. It's something that directly impacts our professional lives. So how is AI going to change your career?
This chart here maps out the potential impact in a really fascinating way. Just look at the top right. In that blue benefiting zone, you see professions like managing directors, scientists, and doctors, people who are likely to see their productivity get a huge boost from AI. But then, look down in the red vulnerable zone. Roles like business economists and specialized office staff, they could face direct competition from these new technologies. It's a pretty clear divide, creating both winners and, unfortunately, losers.
So when you're faced with that kind of disruption, how can a business not just survive, but actually thrive? Well, the answer really lies in having a clear and solid structure, which we're going to call the business blueprint.
The best way to think about this is just like building a house. You wouldn't start hammering nails and putting up walls without a detailed blueprint, would you? Of course not. A business is exactly the same. It needs a master plan that connects his big vision to its day-to-day actions.
In the business world, this blueprint has a formal name. It's called enterprise architecture. As you can see in this model, it's a framework for organizing a company from the very top, its strategy, all the way down to the technological foundation that holds the entire thing up.
So let's start at the very top, with the roof. This represents the company's strategy. It's the simplest, but honestly, the most important part. It all boils down to answering one fundamental question. Where are we trying to go?
Okay, just below that roof is the main living space. We call this the business architecture. This is the what of the company. What products or services does it actually sell? And how are all the teams and processes organized to deliver those things to the customers?
And of course, holding it all up is the foundation, the IT architecture. This is the how. It's the entire tech stack, the software, the data, the hardware, that makes everything else in the business possible. Without a solid IT foundation, the whole house just crumbles. Simple as that. All right, so the blueprint gives us that big picture structure. But to actually build the business inside that structure, we've got to get a little more specific. And that really starts by asking 4 key questions.
You'll find that every single successful business has really clear answers to these 4 things. Number 1, what are you offering? 2, how do you actually create it? 3, who are you selling it to? And 4, the really crucial one, how do you make money from it?
So how do you answer all those questions in a nice, structured way? Well, there's a fantastic tool for that. It acts like a set of building blocks that lets you map out your entire business on just a single page.
It's called the Business Model Canvas. And like it says here, it's a strategic worksheet for visualizing and designing your business model. But its real power, its true genius, lies in its simplicity. And that combination of clarity and simplicity is exactly why it's so popular. It's an absolutely fantastic tool for brainstorming with the team, and it works just as well for a brand new startup as it does for a huge corporation that's looking to innovate.
So here they are, the 9 blocks. Each one tackles a core part of the business, from who your customers are and what value you give them, all the way to the resources you need and how you'll actually make money. When you put them all together, they form a complete, holistic picture.
Now here's an easy way to think about it. Let's just split the canvas in half. The whole right side is all about the customer. It answers those who and what questions. Who are we creating value for, and what exactly is that value?
Then the left side is all about infrastructure. This is the how question. What key things do we need to do, what resources do we need, and who do we need to partner with to make this whole thing happen?
And finally, the bottom layer covers the financials. This is where the rubber meets the road. It balances your cost structure over on the left with your revenue streams on the right. The ultimate question here is, does the money coming in actually outweigh the money going out?
So there we have it. We've covered the 2 essential tools for designing any modern business, the high-level blueprint and the detailed building blocks. Now let's just put them together.
Here's how it all comes together beautifully. The enterprise architecture, that's your blueprint.
It sets the high-level structure and answers the question, where are we going? Then, the business model canvas. That gives you the building blocks. It fills in all the practical details and answers, how do we actually get there? To really succeed, you absolutely need both. So now you have a really powerful toolkit for deconstructing any business, or maybe even designing one from scratch. The only question left is, what will you build with it?